Hey, what's up, guys? Work was a pain in the ass last night because we're still dealing with after Christmas. And yeah, I work overnight, okay? And then I came home and they had to tear out the garbage disposal that they already fixed yesterday because the plastic pipes are still leaking. So then they had to fix that. So I've actually sat here, wrote down my video, what I was going to discuss with y'all today. And yeah, so I work for a living. And I'm tired, but I'm still going to make you this video. Don't have a Patreon yet, guys. Hopefully I'll get one soon. And if and when I do get you a Patreon, I won't remind you every other week about it, okay? Especially on Christmas. And that's what we're going to talk about today. We're going to talk about what we were talking about yesterday, which is emotional manipulation. There was a video I saw in regards to, hey, Review Tech USA. Yesterday I made a video in regards to Review Tech USA, and I just wanted to have my opinion, and I didn't want to do it outlandish where I got a bunch of hate, and, you know, he got pissed off and made a 30-minute video with me with his shirt inside out, you know, and I didn't want him to make a video about me for 26 minutes and call me a con artist, okay? Because I think Rich is emotionally manipulative at times, okay? Supposedly, you know, I called him a scam artist when I was using the term Trumpery. And so that is a video in regards to June 8th, 2017, okay? Just mentioning that video because I thought it was fun to go back and rewatch it since it's still up on his channel. All my videos got deleted. So at least I can see some of my video in between some of his video where he's making a damage control video. So, with that said, that was not the video I wanted to discuss, but within rewatching it, I found something that I thought was entertaining and I would share it for my subscribers. But I wanted to make a point about the emotional manipulation that I was talking about yesterday in regards to a Christmas video. In regards to a video that I believe was put up on Christmas. And other people, friends and subscribers, kind of brought that to my attention. And I kind of thought I should have put it in the video yesterday, and I didn't. But that was fine because it has culminated into this creative madness. So you get a video out of me today, even though I should be cooking for my girlfriend right now, and maybe getting in some video game time on the Xbox One X, or maybe even my PlayStation, because there's a game I want to buy on my PlayStation 4 Pro. So, with that said, where do I start with the audio? I just thought this was fun. Let's start here. And yes, I'm still using a Wii U pad. They're great for this kind of video. I should have probably had this together. I could have paused, whatever. But let's get right into here. That's good enough. Here we go. Are we ready? Are we ready? Everything turned on? Here we go.
See, if I didn't care about my credibility, whenever I made mistakes, whether it be about PewDiePie, whether it be about backwards compatibility, and I've admitted to many other mistakes before, I would just shut my mouth and move forward, which...
He would just shut his mouth and move forward if he didn't care about his credibility. Now, it's funny he says that towards the end of the video, because towards the beginning of the video, this is what he says.
Different than I predicted. Now, I know what you're going to bring up is there was a while back I made a video that I never got around to correcting, or I didn't correct, where Walmart was selling the NES Classic for insane prices. I made the mistake in that video that it was third-party sellers through Walmart's website that were...
No, that's not the mistake he made. The mistake he made was saying that it was Walmart. It was third-party sellers, so he made a mistake there too, but...
We're selling the NES Classic at like thousands of dollars and hundreds of dollars. My thing with that is, Fine, yeah, I was misinformation in the video, but the reason why I didn't care too much about making another video, and the reason I'm mentioning this now because I know you're going to call me out with it in your next video, because I'm sure you're going to make a video after this, is because of the fact that it's still screwed up that Walmart doesn't monitor their third-party sellers. And don't tell me that they can't, okay? And don't call it, fine, you people are going to argue and say it's capitalism, which, all right, you could say it's a semi-valid argument. If they could sell it for $2,000, then so be it. But Walmart and eBay, they could stop third-party sellers from selling other things that violate terms of service. Why can't they stop sellers from doing dumbass crap like that? I understand pricing is different than selling an illegal item on eBay, but in my opinion, and the reason why I didn't care to going around to that topic again and correcting it, someone selling an item that was artificially inflated because scalpers bought it for hundreds, if not thousands of dollars more, should be a violation of terms of service. Admittedly, I probably should have made a video clarifying that, but I didn't put too much effort into that because honestly, I thought it still was bullshit.
So he didn't put too much effort into that because, well, his point still stands. Even though that video being up on his channel still is liable, okay, because he's talking about a big corporation, and that video is still up on his channel, and that video was posted November the 21st, 2016. Let's listen to what he said one more time.
If I didn't care about my credibility, whenever I made mistakes, whether it be about PewDiePie, whether it be about backwards compatibility, and I've admitted to many other mistakes before, I would just shut my mouth and move forward.
He would just shut his mouth and move forward. Well, isn't that what he did? He made a video about Walmart being in cahoots with Nintendo. And Nintendo was supposedly selling their Nintendo Classic on Walmart's website for $496.97 when it was a scalper and it was Hyperlinks or somebody. That video is still up on his channel. The fact that you didn't remove it and the fact that you only explained to your audience in June 8th of 2017 because you thought I was going to call you out on it. Remember, guys, a manipulator avoids responsibility for his own conduct because, well, he's blaming others. Well, Walmart should, blah, 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 and I'm telling everybody about this now because, well, 1316, he'd call me out on it.
Joe. See, if I didn't care about my credibility, whenever I made mistakes, whether it be about PewDiePie, whether it be about backwards compatibility, and I've admitted to many other mistakes before, I would just shut my mouth and move forward, which...
So he never addressed that he was wrong in that video, except for 8 months later when making a video about me. Then he addressed that he was wrong in that video because on my channel I addressed him being wrong. So why do you think that video was made, guys? Damage control. Emotional manipulator. What I was talking about yesterday. And so that ties into what I wanted to show today. And so I just thought that was fun little audio and I wanted to play it for you. Let's be honest. And remember, guys, if you characterize people by their actions and not by their words, you won't be fooled. Now, guys, remember, this is my opinion on Rich from Review Tech USA because I should be able to have an opinion. Now, I'm very outlandish in the video where he calls me a con artist or whatever the hell that video was called. I don't know what it was called. He's got two of them on me. I'm so outlandish that people should understand the comedic parts. And there's parts where I guess he just doesn't want to understand the comedic parts because there's a lot of truth in those videos. So, remember, guys, this is my opinion. This isn't set in stone. I'm not trying to tell you not to watch Review Tech USA. I'm not telling you not to donate to his Patreon. If you think that he brings out great content and that's something that you would like to donate to, by all means, have at it. I'm just talking to people that maybe haven't thought about emotional manipulation. Since he doesn't like it when I say he regurgitates news articles, okay, we'll get a little bit more personal, since he didn't like Trumpery, because that was a scam artist, con artist kind of thing. We will talk about emotional manipulation. So, I wrote this down because we were talking about emotional manipulation yesterday. So, move people for personal benefit. Soft sell to gain control. Okay, move people. You come into a room, you say, Merry Christmas. All of a sudden, you're the center of attention. You've moved a couple of people. Holiday spirit's out, right? Not that there's anything wrong with saying Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, whatever. But now you thank people. What are you thanking for? I don't know. Gain control. Skipping some things that I wrote down because I want you to hear it in here. And then you remind the audience, hey, it's Christmas, and by the way, so I want you to hear this.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is Rich of Review Chapped Lips USA. We had a white Christmas, so I'm out shoveling out our cars so we could actually go celebrate Christmas and not be stuck in the house. Just wanted to wish everyone Merry Christmas.
That seems cool.
Happy Holidays, and I'll be back tomorrow with content. I was actually going to take a break almost until the new year, but I wanted...
But remember, you want to manipulate people by preying on their sensibilities, right? So just keep that in mind. Well, hell, before we get into the rest of the audio, let's talk about emotional sensitivities, right? What else? Hey, it's Christmas. There's an emotional thing. Often praising somebody. They're a wonderful person, right? Maybe you might thank some people, okay? What can you do for this person? Oh, I know what I can do for this person. Cha-ching! They care about me, but what can I do for them? Cha-ching! And for those of you that don't catch on, that cha-ching and that can is the sound of a Patreon, okay? So here we go. Let's listen to the rest of this.
Let's talk about what happened with Cenk Uygur from the Young Turks. I actually have a video recorded on that, and there's plenty of other stuff, shockingly, to talk about. Usually this time of year, there's not that much news to talk about. For some reason this year, probably because I was thinking of taking a break, Murphy's Law, there's plenty of stuff to discuss. But I just wanted to thank everybody for supporting the show, and for everyone who watched through 2017, even when my schedule was all over with making the new format. I really appreciate you guys sticking around and supporting me, and everyone who watches. I think you guys are all amazing. I mean, I've been doing this for ages, and I still have a lot of people who support the show. And I also want to thank the patrons for Patreon. I'm over $1,000 a month on Patreon.
$1,000
helps with the office. It helps with the cable bill.
Remember, I got an office and a cable bill.
That's a big thing, and I'm very, very humble to see that much support relatively quickly on my Patreon. There's people with double the subscribers of me who don't get that kind of support that quick. So just wanted to thank all of you. Every one of you are super appreciated. The reason why Review Tech USA exists is literally because of you. I say this all the time. It's not a cliche thing. If you guys didn't wash, you would...
Let me stop right there. So what did he do? Move people. Merry Christmas, everybody. And he could have left it right there. He could have legitimately posted just a Christmas message to his subscribers on Christmas. But he had an opportunity to talk to you like a normal person that's not making a clickbait video that has a Patreon ad in front of it. So now he can talk to you as a normal person, and it's Christmas, and he can remind you once again he has a Patreon. By the way, guys, Merry Christmas. By the way, guys, don't forget I have a Patreon. Wink, wink. Thank all my subscribers for their support. Oh, and my Patreon. Yes, I have people that donated to Patreon, and it's up to $1,000. And remember, I have office rent and a cable bill. That's where he's emotionally manipulating you. He's letting you know, hey, there's Patreon. It's Christmas time. I've got a Patreon. Don't forget I got a Patreon. And by the way, that pays for my office. And by the way, that pays for my cable bill. How many times has he told you this? He's said it, I don't want to say 100 times because that's exaggerating, But he made one video one week, the very next week made another video like that, and has his little Patreon jingle in front of his videos. That's it. He doesn't need to keep reminding you, especially dropping a Christmas video. So he moved people by Merry Christmas. He did the soft sell by thanking everyone and by thanking his Patreon, right? He gained control, reminding the audience, hey, it's Christmas. I have a Patreon. By the way, guess what? Office, rent, cable. And if you're going to manipulate people, you prey on their sensibilities, right? So thank you. You're amazing. He mentioned that in there, right? You're supporting the show. Here it comes. Patreon. So we'll just finish out the audio.
Smell. If you guys didn't watch Review Tech USA, I'm serious, my show wouldn't exist. I wouldn't be on YouTube. So thank you so much, and I'll be back tomorrow with more content. Enjoy your Christmas if you celebrate.
Now, wouldn't it have been great if he just could have wished his subscribers a Merry Christmas? He didn't need to go out of his way and tell you, by the way, I've got a Patreon. Thanks for my Patreon support. Yes, technically, I know he didn't say he had a Patreon, but it's very convenient that he's reminding everybody again. He's using that as a reason to go, guess what, guys? There's a Patreon. It's Christmas. I can emotionally manipulate you by giving you a Christmas cheer message and then going, oh yeah, and thanks, my Patreon subscribers. Thank you. I cannot believe there's that much support. And then he tells you that, hey, I'm getting $1,000 from these fantastic people. Why do you need to know? Why do you need to know he's getting $1,000 a month in his Patreon? That's to emotionally manipulate you. Come on, guys.
I don't care about my credibility. Whenever I made mistakes, whether it be about PewDiePie, whether it be about backwards compatibility, and I've admitted to many other mistakes before, I would just shut my mouth and move forward with it. Now, I know what you're going to bring up is there was a while back I made a video that I never got around to correcting, or I didn't correct, where Walmart was selling the NES Classic for insane prices. I made the mistake in that video that it was third-party sellers through Walmart's website that were selling the NES Classic at like thousands of dollars and hundreds of dollars. My thing with that is, fine, yeah, I was misinformation in the video, but the reason why I didn't care too much about making another video, and the reason I'm mentioning this now because I know you're going to call me out with it in your next video, because I'm sure you're going to make a video after this, is because of the fact that it's still screwed up that Walmart doesn't monitor their third-party sellers. And don't tell me that they can't, okay? And don't call it, fine, you people are going to argue and say it's capitalism, which, all right, you could say it's a semi-valid argument. If they could sell it for $2,000, then so be it. But Walmart and eBay, they could stop third-party sellers from selling other things that violate terms of service. Why can't they stop sellers from doing dumbass crap like that? I understand pricing is different than selling an illegal item on eBay, but in my opinion, and the reason why I didn't care to going around to that topic again and correcting it, someone selling an item that was artificially inflated because scalpers bought it for hundreds, if not thousands of dollars more, should be a violation of terms of service. Admittedly, I probably should have made a video clarifying that, but I didn't put too much effort into that because I think it's shitty, but whatever, you can't stop people from doing it. But now, big corporate companies are getting in on scalping people, and one of them is Walmart. Gee, I didn't see that one coming.
Neither did
Walmart has the NES Classic, but they're not selling it for $60 like a major retailer should, which they're considered a major retailer. Take a look at how much they're selling it for.
Is it
Almost
$497.97?
$500. Walmart, a corporation, is...
So if Rich didn't care about his credibility, he would just shut his mouth and move forward. Is that anything like just leaving up a video from November the 24th, November the 21st, 2016? Is that like just shutting your mouth and moving forward? Because if he didn't care about his credibility, he told you, he just shut his mouth and moved forward. Isn't that kind of what he did here? Hey, but don't forget, guys, it's Christmas, and I want to thank my Patreon supporters. Huh? Don't forget, I've got a Patreon. Note to self, move people. Merry Christmas! Soft sell. Thank the Patreon people. Thank all my subscribers. But yeah, remember guys, there's a Patreon. It's Christmas. And yeah, that room is costing me like $1,000. But some dipshit on YouTube has toys on the wall and he's doing this for free. Okay, gain control. Remind my audience, hey, it's Christmas. I've got a Patreon. Okay? So, no. Nobody's emotionally manipulating their subscribers. Take care, guys. Have a fantastic day. Hopefully people have enjoyed this video. Rich, I'm sorry if you didn't enjoy the video. I'm just a truthful guy. And this is my opinion, and this is what I see.